Hi friends, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'll put my usual video on the screen showing you how to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. If you are new around here, I am currently 9 months with child. I'm officially 38 weeks, friends. And let me tell you, this has been a very interesting pregnancy. If you want to see videos of me telling my boyfriend I'm pregnant, telling my mom and pregnancy update videos, I will link them down below. But being pregnant during Corona times has just been really interesting. This is my first pregnancy. I've never been pregnant, and it's just been wild, the amount of things that I've just given up. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Some of you might think these things are kind of weird or quirky or overboard, but I just did these things to stay healthy, to stay sane, because I've never been through a pandemic before, you know? So I just wanted to be overly cautious. My doctor, my family wanted me to be overly cautious. So I have the list here. I wrote it on a folder because I couldn't find a piece of paper, and I'm old school. And I was just going through it, and I was like, these people are going to think I'm insane. Some of you may have never given up any of these things, but like I said, there was just so many unknowns, you guys. And I literally found out I was pregnant like 4 days after Los Angeles shut down. So I was just like, holy crap. Like, Los Angeles went into shelter in place March 15th, and I found out I was pregnant March 19th. So it's just been a wild ride. So let's jump into it. The first 10 things are specific to Corona that I probably wouldn't have given up if we weren't in a pandemic. The number one thing that came to mind for me was the gym. If you are new around here, I am a very active person. I always have been. Pre-pregnancy I went to the gym about 5 to 6 days a week. And if I didn't go to the gym, I did some form of physical activity, whether that's running, hiking. I like to be active. It's just good for my mental health. So when the gyms closed March 15th, I've never not had access to a gym. I did not know what to do with myself. And I had no clue I was pregnant yet. Remember, I found out 4 days later. So once I found out and I finally had my 8-week visit with my doctor, he was like, even if the gyms were open right now during a pandemic, I wouldn't recommend you go to it. It's like a cesspool. People are sweating. You can't socially distance, you know? And this is when there were so many unknowns. Like, the first couple months of my pregnancy, we were still trying to, the world was just trying to figure out, do you need to wear a mask? Do you not need to wear a mask? I think at that point, when I first found out I was pregnant, if you go watch those early videos, masks weren't mandatory in many places. I know here in California, they weren't mandatory yet. So yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind that was really sad for me. But I was just like, okay, that's part of the reason I gained so much weight so quickly. You guys, I gained 20 pounds in 2 months. That's a lot of weight to gain because I think my body was just like, I'm pregnant for the first time. I'm not working out. I was so sick with morning sickness all day, but I won't go into that. But I gained, part of the reason is because I couldn't work out. I was scared to go outside, so it was just a mess. So that was number one. That was probably the biggest thing that I think affected my mental health. That would have helped me feel so much better, I think, with the morning sickness. I wouldn't have gained weight so fast. That was also like a mind F-U-C-K. I'm trying not to cuss because I know the baby can hear me, but I have been dropping F-bombs like nobody's business. It's so bad. That might be a bonus thing on here. I've been trying to give up cussing because I know the baby can hear me. I honestly don't cuss that much, but I feel like the bigger I've gotten, the more F-bombs I'm dropping. I don't know what's going on. Okay, number 2, and this might sound excessive to you guys, grocery shopping. When this all started, we just didn't know what was going on. So I was one of those people that started using Instacart, all those delivery services. Like my local grocery store, you could do a pickup service. And so I just stopped going to the grocery store, you guys. And that was the first time that's ever happened in my adult life. It was so weird. Luckily it wasn't too expensive. I always thought, I think pre-COVID, wasn't grocery delivery kind of expensive? Because now you don't even need to use services like Instacart if you don't want to. All the grocery stores, you can just go to their website, like Whole Foods. I did it the other day. you go on their website, and if you pay a certain amount, like I think we ended up spending $200, it was free, and they just put it in my trunk. So I always thought it would be more expensive, but I guess COVID times made it like a little bit more affordable. But it's been, I just now recently started going into the grocery store. But when I tell you I am masked up, I have my mask, I have like sanitizer, I wipe everything down. But for the first and second trimester, I didn't go into a grocery store, and that was really weird. A lot of this has just been, hasn't it just been wild? But I just keep saying to myself, like, Nikki, I was going to call myself Nicole. When I talk to myself, which I do a lot, I'm an only child, I refer to myself as Nicole, but you guys know me as Nikki. I just keep saying, like, Nikki, you're healthy. There's no such thing as being, like, too cautious. This is just what you have to do. This is your first pregnancy. And that's why I want to make this video, to kind of document what this has been like, because I'm pretty sure most first pregnancies don't go like this because they're not in a pandemic. But I'm happy, I'm healthy, and that's all that matters. Number 3, eating out. You guys, I missed eating out so much, especially when you're just having those cravings and you want something salty or sweet and you want to go to your favorite restaurant. When we first locked down in Los Angeles, restaurants were just closed. Like, I think only some of them were open for delivery. You couldn't even do takeout at first. I correct me if I'm wrong. I think maybe some of them you could do takeout, but I wasn't doing it. I just stopped eating out completely, and I was just getting food delivered, and I didn't realize how much I ate out until this happened and how much I loved it. I just loved it, which leads me into number 4 of wearing heels. Oh my God, you guys. I know some of you might think I'm dramatic, but I just live in a good heel. I love it. And so many moms are like, Nikki, once you have the baby, you're never going to wear heels again. I don't believe that. I believe I will be at the soccer field at my child's game or basketball or wherever, ballerina, in like 4-inch heels. I promise you I will. Maybe not as much as I used to, but since I haven't been going anywhere, I literally just live in gym clothes. And it just kind of started feeling like just blah, you know, because I gained 20 pounds. I'm sick all the time. I can't really work out because at the time when I first found out, I lived on a 2nd floor of an apartment. I couldn't really work out at home. That required jumping. So like, and then I wasn't wearing heels. I just felt like so crappy, you guys. It was, the first trimester was really hard. It was just like, I was just laying in bed, eating and getting big. So that was number 4, wearing heels. They kind of go together, and eating out. Because anytime I would go and eat out, like with friends or my boyfriend, I would put on heels, and it just felt like me. So the first half of this pregnancy, I just didn't feel like Nikki. It was weird. This one might seem a little odd to you, but I think we all get it. Number 6 is hugging. I don't hug anybody. I haven't hugged anyone other than my boyfriend these entire 9 months, and we live together. I'm trying to think, when this all started, sorry if you can hear my dog. He has heart disease, so sometimes he just like hacks up. It pushes on his lungs. I don't even know if you could hear that, but he's like laying right next to me. I think I hugged my mom because when this first started, that's what I was saying. We quarantined together because we were both alone. I was newly pregnant. I was like, why don't we just quarantine together? I have the extra space. I had a 2-bedroom at the time, and I lived by myself. So I think maybe I hugged my mom, but other than my boyfriend, I haven't hugged anyone in like, I won't even shake anybody's hand. I feel so bad because some people look at me, but I feel like people should be understanding. Like this one girl I met recently tried to shake my hand, and I was like, oh, I'm not, like, I don't know what I said. I think I blamed it on pregnancy. I was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm not doing that. But like, who's shaking hands still? Are you shaking hands with people during Corona times? Am I being crazy? But I was like, I'm not touching anybody. Okay, number 7, seeing friends in real life. I just didn't do it. My doctor recommended, he was like, until we find out more about what's going on, especially the first trimester, he's like, I really don't want you like having people over. And oh my God, my poor dog. He was like, I know that it's hard because it's your first pregnancy. You want to celebrate and all that. So for like the first 3 months of pregnancy, I didn't see any friends in real life at all. And I was working my full-time job from home. So I would see like coworkers on Zoom and stuff, but that was it. So that was weird. Here's another one that's kind of like a bougie thing I had to let go of. Going to the spa. I used to go to the spa once a month to get my facials, to get my acne treatments, which acne treatments is on here too. I mean, first of all hair salons and spas closed for like what, 5 or 6 months? They just reopened recently, and now they're saying that they might close again because I think we hit like a record high in LA for new cases. So we'll see. Hang on, let me help my dog. He's like passing out. All right, the puppy's still alive. Let's keep going. So the salons were closed anyway, so I haven't been to get a facial. Thank God. I've been having pretty good skin during pregnancy, so I haven't needed to get like my microdermabrasions and all those things, but it's starting to come back now, and I'm like, no, I want to keep the pregnancy skin. Okay, number 9, travel. We had planned to go to Thailand. That was immediately ex-nayed. We were supposed to be there actually like right now. I had already booked a trip to Utah, so I've been traveling the 50 states pre-corona. That was my goal. I got up to 45 states, and I had planned a trip to Park City, Utah, which was, I mean, I've canceled so many trips. I just wasn't going anywhere. I missed my best friend's wedding, which I was the maid of honor for last month. Didn't go to that. I think that was the most heartbreaking thing. I attended virtually via Zoom, and then I'm going to be photoshopped in to the photos for the wedding. So I just got the like maid of honor dress, and we went to a park and took photos, but like I haven't traveled at all this year, you guys. It's been so, I think that was the most heartbreaking one to miss, was missing your best friend's wedding since you were a child, maid of honor, but I just couldn't fly across the country, you know? I didn't feel safe doing that. And then this is another one that's kind of weird. Are you leaving now?
Yeah, I gotta get over there right now.
Oh, okay, let me stop. Sorry, trying to say bye to Bay. Lots of interruptions in this video. Touching my face. That might seem weird to some of you, but I feel like for those of you that wear makeup, you get it. Yeah, I just used to like to touch my face, like feel what's going on. I don't even think it's about wearing makeup. I think honestly it's good that I don't touch my face as often. That's probably why I get more breakouts, but I've really tried to stay away from touching my face. I like lean on my face, I'll touch my eyebrows, I'll check my makeup, but I haven't, other than filming, I mean, I haven't really been wearing makeup. So yeah, that's just one I've noticed. I've really cut down on touching my face. And I think a lot of these things I should probably just be doing anyways. Like maybe I should be washing my hands 20 times a day anyways. And I should always be using sanitizer. And I shouldn't be touching my face, because who knows when the next like super germ or pandemic is out there, you know? Just things I think about. All right, the next couple I'm gonna kind of fly through, because I feel like these are just common things that a lot of women give up during pregnancy anyways. Lunch meat, I think the biggest, and check with your healthcare provider. Everybody's different. Like my doctor said lunch meat was fine as long as you heat it up to a certain temperature, but something about listeria, and you can't just eat it like the way it is. It needs to be heated up. Number 10 is running. Now, I didn't give up running until month 6. I was actually running 1 to 2 miles a day, like 3 or 4 days a week until month 6. And then I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just started getting really big. Everything was really jiggly and like sweaty and hot. I saw the girl on TikTok who was 9 months pregnant who ran like a 5-minute mile. I was like, you go, girl. At month 6, I was just like, I'm done. I'm just going to like start taking up walking. I started doing like dance aerobics and stuff, which is hilarious. If you're not subscribed to the vlog channel, I filmed myself doing a pregnancy workout and it almost looks geriatric. It's hilarious. Subscribe to the vlog channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Okay, these other two are really common. Alcohol and caffeine. My doctor's kind of like hippy dippy. He's like, I'm okay if you have a glass of wine, you know, here. He even says it. He said like, I'm a total hippie when it comes to that stuff. Like he believes in a lot of like the homeopathic stuff too, which is rare to find a doctor that will suggest like those types of things. But anyways, I just cut out alcohol cold turkey. I just wanted to be as safe as I could, and I know you can have it, but I haven't had alcohol my entire pregnancy. Personal preference, do what works for you, boo. Like, I know women that have glasses of wine every night. Caffeine, I had to really cut back on. And it's weird because I don't like coffee. And I know that's the main way that most people get their caffeine, but I would have a lot of caffeine throughout the day. I'd have a lot of tea. I have these little chocolates that I get from Whole Foods. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. They sell them on Amazon. But they're a great way for me to get energy without drinking coffee because I don't like the flavor. They're little chocolates with caffeine in them. I would have a lot of those every day. I would have like little health energy drinks. Like, how healthy are they? And I realized like I was having probably more caffeine than someone who had 2 cups of coffee a day. So I really scaled back to having the equivalent of like half a cup of coffee a day and caffeine, like in tea or my little chocolates, basically. The next ones are common known, like sushi, you can't have, or you shouldn't have, bean sprouts. I gave up hot tubs. God, don't you guys just miss a hot tub? Maybe you guys have been in them. I feel like, we don't even do those things anymore. Even, you know, like, even if you're not pregnant, like, are people getting in I feel like all the hot tubs are closed. Like here in our apartment complex, you can't even get in the hot tub. Just COVID things. Fish with mercury. So not all fish. You don't have to give up all fish, but it's suggested fish that is high in mercury, you give those up. So I haven't had that. Another one that's really been sad is fresh squeezed juice because it's unpasteurized, which from what I've researched, basically pasteurized means it's heated to a certain temperature to get all the bacteria out. And fresh squeezed juice a lot of times isn't pasteurized. So that's been really sad. I love fresh squeezed orange juice. Oh my God. Have you ever realized like when you can't have something, that's when you crave it the most? Like you're really not supposed to have raw or undercooked eggs. And I've never, ever liked undercooked eggs. I don't even like eggs with hollandaise. What's it called? That popular dish. I don't like it. I don't like runny eggs pre-pregnancy. Now all I can think about is having a runny egg. And I'm like, who are you? I usually like my eggs fried to a crisp. Like you would hit the wall and it would fall off because it's like a brick. Like that's how like hard scrambled or hard fried I liked my eggs. Now I'm like craving it. So those are the 20 things. I kind of wanted to do this for myself too, just as kind of like a memory of just being pregnant my first time during my first and hopefully never again experience a global pandemic. And I hope you guys are staying well during these times. I've been tested for COVID twice and I've come up negative, thank God. But I think it's honestly because I've been so super overcautious and don't go anywhere. I don't really do anything. And I'm in the home stretch, friends. My hospital is really strict about COVID. So apparently when I go in, I get tested. And if I test positive for COVID, I can't have anybody in there with me in labor. Not my boyfriend, not my mom. If I'm not positive, if I'm negative, then I can have 2 people. So I'm just like in quarantine. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. So yeah, friends, that's what's going on. Subscribe for more pregnancy update videos and things like that. I think next up, I'm going to do my Skims maternity review. That's coming up. I got my order. I can't wait to try it on camera for you. So yeah, I will see you soon. You can check out my most recent video.